Greetings, we'll cover a few details about Bruce Lee and his life in a succinct manner. Here is a short rundown of his early years, education, career, persona, notable works, accolades, and demise. Bruce Lee was a martial artist, instructor, actor, director, screenwriter, producer, and philosopher, who was born in Hong Kong and raised in the United States. One of the most famous martial arts masters, who increased the practice's acceptance around the globe was Bruce Lee, also known as Lee Junfan, famous as the most influential martial artist of all time. Born November 27, 1940, Chinese Hospital, San Francisco, California, United States. Died July 20, 1973, Kowloon Tong, Hong Kong. Father, Lee Hoi-chen. Mother, Grace Ho. Siblings, Phoebe Lee, Agnes Lee, Peter Lee, Robert Lee. Spouse, Linda Lee Cadwell. Children, Brandon Lee, Shannon Lee. Education, University of Washington. Height, 1.72 meter. Lee Hoi-chen and Grace Ho gave birth to Bruce Lee in the Chinatown of San Francisco. He moved to Hong Kong with his family when he was 3 months old. His 4 siblings were. Despite growing up in a wealthy family, he participated in several street fights and gang wars, which made martial arts training necessary. His father served as his first teacher, teaching him the fundamentals. He began learning Wing Chun at the age of 13 under Yip Man. Due of his mixed lineage, he studied privately with Yip Man and Wang Shun Liang to master the art of Wing Chun. He began his academic training in La Salle College, but due to poor performance, he was transferred to St. Francis Xavier's College. A few months after settling in San Francisco, he relocated to Seattle and enrolled at the Edison Technical School to finish his schooling. He continued to serve customers at Ruby Chow's restaurant while living there. He started attending the University of Washington in 1961 and declared drama as his major. Due to his father's film experience as a Cantonese opera star, his career had already begun even before he could speak monosyllabic words as a young child. He made his film debut in Golden Gate Girl when he was just 3 months old. His early years were full of adventure. Every moment he entered the world of show business. A natural actor, very literally as well, he improved as an actor with each new movie. He had made 20 movies by the time he was 18. He gave up acting between 1959 and 1964 to focus on a career in martial arts. He initially worked as a kung fu instructor. With time, he established Lee Junfan Gung Fu Institute in Seattle as his own martial arts school. He left college in 1964 to train with renowned martial arts master James Lee in Oakland. The two collaborated to open the city's second martial arts school, Junfan Martial Arts Studio. He transitioned from merely being an actor with the 1972 movie Way of the Dragon to becoming the writer, director, star, and choreographer of the action scenes. The same year, he was offered Enter the Dragon, the first Golden Harvest and Warner Brothers joint production. The release date for Enter the Dragons was set for July 26, 1973. But he passed tragically 6 days before the film's premiere. He first met Linda Emery at the University of Washington, where they later got married in August 1964. Brandon Lee and Shannon Lee, 2 children, were a blessing to the couple. He was a well-known martial artist who appeared in several movies and TV series. However, the Golden Harvest and Warner Brothers production Enter the Dragon was the one that garnered the most attention and turned him into a hero in the West as well. Overseas, the movie made roughly $200 million. He was included in the Time magazine list of the 100 most influential people of the 20th century after his death. He received the esteemed Founders Award at the Asian Awards in 2013. In the same year, a statue of him was installed in Chinatown, Los Angeles. The statue, which is 7 feet tall and proudly displays his accomplishments as a martial arts instructor, was proudly created in Guangzhou, China. He experienced convulsions and migraines, and on May 10, 1973, while dubbing for Enter the Dragon, he passed out unexpectedly. He was taken to Hong Kong Baptist Hospital right away, when it was determined that he had cerebral edema. He survived the initial collapse. He prepared and organized a meeting with Raymond Chow and Betty Ting Pei at the latter's home on July 20, 1973, when he was supposed to see James Bond actor George Lazenby. The appointment was to discuss the script for Games of Death, which he intended to make with Lazenby. He took analgesics since he reported having a headache. He didn't realize it at the time, but his snooze would be his last. He was brought to Queen Elizabeth Hospital, where his demise was pronounced. The result of an adverse reaction to the component meprobamate, which aids in muscle relaxation, produced a 13% increase in his brain weight, from 1,400 to 1,575 grams, according to an autopsy. He was laid to rest in Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle, the city of his wife's birth. Yu Panglin, a philanthropist, declared that his mansion in Hong Kong will be conserved and transformed into a tourist destination.